Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob. I'm the Manic Gaming Guy. Oh yes, today's video is about automation and automating props. We will be carrying on the tutorial today with our beautiful Manic Tutu car, where we will be adding a handbrake. In previous series, we've also added some pedals that work, a clutch, brake and throttle. We've also, the last one, added a steering wheel that works, turns left to right 900 degrees. Today's one is going to be a beautiful handbrake, as when you're drifting a car, you do want to see the animation from the handbrake. I have used the tools on the right to make the body invisible so I can see more clearly. Top tip, do work from the inside of the car outwards. The more detail you put on the outside, the harder it makes to see the inside. Awesome. So yes, handbrake. Today's handbrake is going to be a mod. It's in one of these packs. Which one has it? Is it this one? Yes. So this pack is called RB Race Kit Miscellaneous, MISC. You can find some beautiful things like a fire extinguisher. But the thing we're looking for today is the hydraulic handbrake. Now we do have a upright one and a 90-degree one. Today's one we'll be choosing, we'll go for the 90-degree one. Give that a go. We're making the object 3D. Make sure it snaps on. Turn it 90 degrees. And then probably turn the magnet off because it will probably snap it too far into place. Get it to where about you'd like it. Normally in line, roughly a bit more further than the H shifter would be. And a little bit closer to the wheel. We can remove the green circle by doing that. Maybe make it a little bit higher. So you will see the animations while driving. And once you've got that one piece in, we're going to duplicate it by holding shift and hitting the arrow key. The first one, we want to get rid of all the top half, which is going to be a little bit hard, I guess. 1 second. Control shift to go into free cam. And let's find this beautiful thing. We're going to be changing our props. I recommend going to the first one and rotating it just 45 degrees out of place so you can see what one you're actually working with. And then it'll go invisible. And the ones we want to make invisible on the first one is just the handle, which is green. Shouldn't be too hard to find that. There we go. And then on the second one, everything but the green handle. Nice and easy. A little bit tedious, but we'll get there eventually. So now we should have two props. One is just the green handle, which we can automate to go back and forth. Of course, there is a little bit of not moving stuff, but evolve a lot more code and a lot more props. We just want a little bit of finesse. And the other one is just the mount. Lovely. So now you've done that. Obviously, you can also do this with your normal style handbrake, but you probably won't have to use two props. Just use the one prop, and there is a beautiful one that you can use It's the same as in the same file as this one. Well, I'll go backwards so you can find it easier. Do. Is it this one? Modern stuff? No, not that one. Not. Is it that one? Yeah, this one. Go find a handbrake. It's not a very good picture of it, but that's a handbrake. And that was modular 80s interior. Beautiful. So now you've got your prop in, it's time to add some code. We go click on this tab down here and then go to the description. And this is the code. Not the steering and not that prop number. You'll probably find this in the description, so do copy and paste it. If you've not seen it there, please leave a comment and I will put it there, I promise, as soon as I see someone say something. So we want number 42, which was just the handle. You're going to put that in there, in your prop numbers, because you want to mock about with the prop that is number 42. This... Oh, see, I've got to remember off the top of my head now. Is it parking brake? Let me go check for it. Yes. I was correct. It was parking brake. Now the parking brake. Let's get on to the code side of things, shall we? Now I believe you can code these very similar to the pedals, because it's only on and off you basically want. So you don't need a minimum value. So this number can be 0 and this number can be 1. So it's basically on, off, is the way I see it. It's not, because you could have that as a free and do some other weird crazy stuff, but for this tutorial it's a 1 and we're going to represent it as on and, no, off and to on. You know, there's a bit of value in between, which, you know, you'll get from pushing the trigger or pushing on your sim rig, whatever you're playing on. Now the axes is the same as the pedals, so we want to be going this way. I'll show you again how it's done, just in case you've not seen the other tutorials, and I'll show you what I mean. So if we were to just click on a prop somewhere, or we clicked on this thing, fair enough. You got your X axis, which is your red one. You got your green axis, which is your, you know, that one. And you got your blue axis, which is going to be this one. So basically when you come to your code, each one of these zeros will represent a different axis. So rather than putting it on this one, which I believe is the same as the steering wheel, which is that axis, whatever that was, we go back into this, we can click on the steering wheel, we can find this, which is the green one, which is the Y axis. We don't want it on Y axis, we want it on whatever the pedals were set to. These things, which is the red one, which is the X axis. So we're going to turn that back to 0, so it doesn't have any change whatsoever. And then we want to put the degrees in here. I think 15 is not too bad. It's the same as the pedals. It's a little bit of movement, so maybe we'll go for 15. This one is going to be coming towards you. Now I have to remember here, do I set it with the brake on or off? We'll have to do a little bit of trial and error to find that out. It's either be 15 or minus 15. We'll find out when we get to the beam and G if we got it correct or not. I'm pretty sure, well, we'll find out by checking the pedals actually, won't we? The pedals are set to the off position, yeah, so that would be on. It's set to the Y axis, so we can go to this one, and at the moment it's set to off, yeah, so that would be on. So I reckon that's where we need it. Let's set it to the on position with that prop in relation to this one being in the off position. And then in the code, we do want it, 1 second, so this is rotating anti-clockwise to go on. This one is rotating clockwise to go on. So the code is going to be different. by a minus. So that will make it go anti-clockwise. This one will make it go clockwise. And I'm pretty sure that changes depending on the toe of the vehicle. If you're doing this at the back of the vehicle, it might be completely different. I'm pretty sure it's a bit random like that. And also 15 degrees in beam and G. So that axis there, I think might be 30 in beam and G. So sorry, in automation might be 15. It's strange. They're two different games trying to work together. It is what it is. It's trial and error. When you find what you're comfortable with, just keep using it over and over. So we're going to give this a go, and hopefully it works out fine. I don't know why there's an A there. That definitely shouldn't be there. Your code should always be like this, that many digits and all that sort of stuff. With in between the brackets and the commas. It's probably more the commas that are important. Never mind, we're rambling. Let's export this car to BeamNG and test the handbrake out. So let's get exported as it is. I don't bother sipping the pack because in the future you will be editing the lights and stuff. Well, I'm expecting some of you key-eye viewers to have seen I'm expecting some of you sharp-eyed viewers to have seen what I did wrong. Whoops! Let's go change that quickly. So here's a bit of a time saver tip for you. If your PC's okay and you're not pushing it too hard with what you're trying to do, there's no reason why you can't have both BeamNG and automation open. So you can test your car in BeamNG and obviously with some sort of time flick over to automation to make some alterations, re-export it, refresh BeamNG, and then not have to worry about opening and closing programs. So what did I do wrong here? You 42 should have been the moving one. Go to descriptions. 42 is the moving one. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. Let me just figure this out quickly. Am I just being an idiot? A fool, shall we say? There's number 1. And there's number 42. 42 definitely should be moving the handbrake. 42 is the handbrake. 42 handbrake. I haven't changed anything. I feel like I need to change something. What's going wrong? Why have I not done this right? We go over to BeamNG. This is a brain fart movement, I'm afraid. Handbrake. Moves this. Okay, we're exported again. Let's see what happens. Right, what I'm actually going to do, because this is a series, I'm doing this all in stages, maybe BeamNG is not that happy. One of my top tips is actually to get all your props to the end of the list. Now what I would do, because these are duplicated, these are the top ones, I don't want that, I want these bottom ones. I'm going to flick to a different wheel, clutch or whatever, and flip back. I'm going to do that to each one of these. So that was the clutch. I want to do the brake now. And then I want to do the throttle. And then I'm going to do the wheel. Make sure nothing's changed too drastically. No. And then I will do the handbrake. Everything should hopefully still be the same. Good. Right. And then what you do is go back for all your prop numbers from 39 onwards. Should be easy enough. So yep, clutch is 39. So that means this one's going to be 40. This one's going to be 41. Now, I know this one is 42. But make sure you go back and check, guys. 42. Wait a minute, what's going on here? 41, 42, 43. Why does 43 look like 42? Maybe that's just me. But maybe that's where we went wrong last time. Let's make that 43. Export it. And then see what we got. And because we're working 2 programs at once, we can literally just open up BeamNG. Hit the Control and R button. That will refresh everything that it can. Hit the space bar and hope it works. Why is nothing working? Is the throttle working? Okay, I've broken a lot of stuff right now. Let's go see why that is. Don't know what's going on, but now if you look, we don't have a 43 or double 42. Something has changed. Don't know what, but let's re-put the numbers in and hope for the best. So we're starting at 38 with this. See, everything was off by 1 by the looks of it. 38, 39, and then 40. 1 and 2. Yeah, parking brakes 42, steering wheel's 41. Don't know what happened there. It's just a part of the joys, I guess. Let's export it. Right, let's jump over to BeamNG now. Where we're going to hit Control R to refresh the game. And then hopefully, you not only learned how to do a handbrake today, you learned how to do a bit of debugging when something's not going quite right. So I'm going to hit the space bar and hopefully this pulls back. Whee! So you got a bit of handbrake down. Steering wheel should be fixed. Throttle's fixed. Lovely. Let's go into fixed camera. Reverse backwards. Let's have a little play and make sure we're happy with the outcome. And put it into automatic. Handbrake on. No, wait a minute. So is that handbrake off? It is. Handbrake is off. So we've got this wrong. So this should be handbrake on. I need to reverse that. Well, that's not the end of the world. Basically, right. You what is it? Home? Yeah, home. We just need to add a negative value in automation. If someone's going the wrong direction, we got the right rotation, but it's not doing the right jobby. It should be pull back for brake on and forward for brake off. And simply that should be it. Just adding that negative value in will fix the job. This should have been a really quick tutorial. Definitely shouldn't have been this long, but at least you learned 2 things today. You learned how to do the handbrake. Well, actually, a few things. You learned how to do the handbrake. You learned how to split the props so they look a bit more fancy and not everything's moving that you don't want moving. You've also learned how to do a bit of debugging, which is very useful. And also how to do a bit of coding. So happy days. The handbrake is now probably a bit too much movement. Definitely don't need that much. But that's it. Handbrake's on. Throttle's working. Everything's back to normal. Happy days. Happy days. If this has been helpful, feel free to hit that like button and, you know, maybe subscribe for more of these videos. I do have a playlist full of automation videos, so maybe go check that out. Or maybe you want to make your own crazy maps like I do, like this fun looking drift one, then feel free to go watch those videos as well. I've been the Manic Gaming Guy. You've been amazing as always. Keep it real, stay safe, and share the love. Bye bye now.